Type 2 Diabetes by Deborah Erlenheim. Insulin is required by the body in order to use sugar. Insulin then takes the sugar from the blood into the cells. When glucose, though, builds up in the blood, instead of going into the cells, it causes major problems. High glucose levels within the bloodstream affects the proper functioning of the circulatory system. These high glucose levels will begin to form fat deposits in the walls of the blood vessels. This will cause restriction within the circulatory system, which will cause nerve damage. The high sugar levels harm the nerves. This affects the signaling of nerves within the autonomic nervous system because these nerves are damaged. Because of high glucose levels, many of our organs are affected, from our kidneys to the heart to the pancreas. Everything kind of works as one whole. And when one is damaged, there is a domino effect on the other organs as well. Diabetes affects the kidneys. When the blood vessels are damaged because of high sugar levels, the kidneys cannot filter properly. Waste will build up, and this can cause leakage, which important proteins are then leaked into the urine. The high glucose levels also makes it difficult for the stomach to empty. And then this increases the blood glucose levels. Certain factors will increase the likelihood of one developing type 2 diabetes. This is smoking, genetics, not sleeping enough, not getting enough exercise, and not eating a healthy diet. Being overweight is a primary risk factor for type 2 diabetes. The more fatty tissue that you have, the more resistant your cells become to insulin. The less active you are, the greater your risk of type 2 diabetes. Physical activity helps you control your weight by using up glucose as energy and makes your cells become more sensitive to insulin. Many people can have type 2 diabetes and not even know it. Increased thirst and frequent urination is one sign. Excess sugar building up in your bloodstream causes fluid to be pulled from the tissues. This will leave you thirsty. As a result, you will drink more and urinate more than usual. Increased hunger is also a symptom. Without enough insulin to move sugar into your cells, your muscles and organs become depleted of energy. This triggers the intense hunger. Fatigue will also set in. If your cells are deprived of sugar, you may become tired and even more irritable. Blurred vision. If your blood sugar is too high, fluid may be pulled from the lenses of your eyes. This will affect your ability to focus. There are short-term and there are long-term consequences to type 2 diabetes. Short-term consequences can be developing hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia. Hyperglycemia occurs when blood sugar levels are too high. This is when people with the diabetes are not being treated properly. They're not controlling their blood sugar levels. In hypoglycemia, the blood sugar levels are too low. Sometimes this is a side effect with blood sugar lowering medication. Hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia can have detrimental effects on the body. This will fall under long-term consequences. Medications can be prescribed to treat type 2 diabetes. However, it does not cure type 2 diabetes. Along with change in lifestyle, eating habits, things like that, medication also plays a factor. My grandfather suffered from type 2 diabetes. What he would do is he would eat a gallon of ice cream, fast himself for 2 days, go to the doctor so his glucose levels, when read, were normal. Then he would come home, take his medication, and eat another gallon of ice cream. He thought that because he was on the medication, it was okay. However, there are serious side effects when not following the doctor's orders. To prevent long-term consequences from the short-term consequences, a plan needs to be put in place. Blood sugar levels need to be monitored on a regular basis. That way, if blood sugar levels are too low, hypoglycemic, or if blood sugar levels are too high, hyperglycemic, it can be managed properly. Exercise and weight loss, medication, checking the urine for the ketones, and eating a balanced diet is going to be all part of the plan.